traveling is the best thing ever, but only if you really have the best shoes for it as well, to actually enjoy the trip. Because it also means one thing: your feet are about to suffer. Travel days aren't just 20,000 steps a day. They are 15, 20, 25 and 30,000 steps a day. And if you don't want to ruin your trip with blisters, pain in your foot and limping your whole trip, then please don't be the person who buys shoes one day before your trip. So in this video, I'll share 4 of my best shoes that I have tried and tested, and not just for one day or 1 week. Some of these shoes have seen the world, so they have gone through the real test of traveling. So which shoes are worth having for a trip? My number 1, and these are also for everyday, number 1, New Balance 530. These are one of the comfiest shoes I own, and what I love about them is that they're not too chunky, they're not too heavy, because personally, when I travel, I don't want a heavy leather sneaker style shoe. I want something light. I want something that feels light, that's breathable, that's easy to match with everything. And these are exactly that. Like, you can wear them with anything: jeans, leggings, shirts, skirts, shorts, dresses, literally with everything, because they're also a little bit dressier. They don't look as sporty as most sneakers do, or most like sporty walking shoes do. It's more like cute sporty, I would say. For me, these are perfect for a normal travel day where you walk around in the city, go to cafes, explore, do some shopping and take photos, and 10,000 steps a day. And they're also perfect to wear to the airport and in the plane, just because they're so light and breathable. On my last trip, I actually did walk with them over 20,000 steps with them, and it was still okay. But for my needy feet, after a certain point, I start wanting some more cushioning, because they're not as thick. They're a little bit more thinner on the bottom. So perfect for 10,000, even 15. After that, my feet need a little bit more cushioning. So why are they great travel shoes? Super lightweight, breathable, especially in the hot weather. Perfect plain shoes. They're not bulky. They look good with most outfits. They're not too sporty, so they match with everything. Also, I wore these shoes in the sand dunes last time, and obviously they did not look this white after that. But I just washed them with hot water and they look fine again. So they're also easy to wash, I would say. The only bad thing that I've noticed with these is that the inside mesh on one of them seems to be broken. I think I broke it on my last trip. Like, it's not as noticeable. I don't think if you can see it on the video. And it doesn't bother me, but I don't know if it's normal with these shoes or not, but yeah, they did break a little bit. Still, even with that, even if they are broken, I don't notice it as much. They're still the best shoes for me. I would still buy them again in so many different colors. If you want a travel shoe that's comfy, light, stylish, and good for walking, you might want to try these out. Next is my new favorite shoes, Hoka Clifton 10. So like I said, the New Balance are my everyday, nicer, more like 10,000 steps sneaker shoe. But if you're going on a trip where you're gonna walk so much more and you'll be walking a lot, like sightseeing all day, walking tours, hiking, long city walks, cobbled streets or something like that, then maybe you need something more supportive and more cushioning. At least that's what I prefer. And the Hoka Clifton 10 are definitely more cushioned. As you can see, they're also so much more higher. These are my most recent purchase, and I already understand why people love these shoes. Like, they're definitely more sport looking, yes, but they are so cushioned, so I don't have a problem to walk with them for a longer time either. Like, this is the kind of shoe where you feel like you can keep walking all day long. And for me personally, I can already tell that these are the type of shoes I could walk 20, 25, 30,000 steps in these shoes. And I got them in black because I wanted something that wouldn't be as noticeably dirty after a trip, and I wouldn't have to worry about that. So why they're great? They're more supportive, they're more cushioned, better for longer walking days, but they're still lightweight, like very lightweight, even though they might look a little bit chunkier. And they're also still breathable, even though I haven't worn them in the hot weather climate. For me, I still think they are. And for now, I have not noticed any downsides with these ones. genuinely just don't have anything bad to say yet. I haven't had them for the longest time, but these are definitely the shoes that I'll be bringing with me for my next trip. So if you're looking something for longer walks, hiking, more sporty, cushioned and comfortable, then these might be worth trying out. Next shoe, this is the love it or hate it kind of shoe, Birkenstock sandals. I think people are divided with these ones. Either they could live in these forever, walk every day with them, or they say they're horrible, they can't wear them, and they hate them because they're painful. And honestly, I do understand both sides. Because for me, the first 2 weeks were also hate for these shoes. I could not wear them. But they are a different kind of shoe. They're a very supportive shoe that takes a while to get used to because they're very rigid, but they do have the arch support like none of the other shoes that I have worn. So they do feel very stiff and you might be in pain the first few weeks. So for me, they did not feel comfy at all at first. But now I honestly can't live without them. Like, I absolutely love them and I can't wait for summer to start wearing them again. For me, they genuinely are the most supportive shoe I've ever had. And if you have a flat feet like me, these have done wonders for me. I've never been in pain with these shoes anymore. Except the first 2 weeks, of course. Yep. That was not good. So why they're amazing? Because once you break them in, they feel like they're literally shaped to your feet. And for travel in hot weather, they're amazing because they're open, they're breathable, they're so comfortable to wear once you've gotten used to them. I walked over 15,000 steps in them on my travels and they felt completely fine. But these are definitely the shoes that you can't buy one day before your trip. No, that's a definite no. They're not instant comfort shoes like for Hoka or New Balance shoes are. You really do need to trust the process with these ones. You need at least a few weeks. I would buy them a month before your trip because these shoes, they need time. They need time to be worn in because if you don't break them in, you might end up with blisters, you might end up with pain, and you might want to buy a new pair on your first day on the trip. But yeah, I definitely recommend to try them out and see if you like them. But also some people just never get used to them because they're so different. So if you've never worn Birkenstocks before, test them properly before traveling. Also, they do have a softer footbed version. So if your feet are more sensitive like mine, that might be a better option for you. And if you've only tried like the hard footbed, maybe try the soft footbed. Maybe that works for you as well. For me, the softer version is definitely much better. While I lived in Australia, these were my everyday shoes. Everyone in Australia wears them. Like, they are the shoes there. But now that I live in a cold country, I only get to wear these like 3 months a year, unfortunately. I would love to wear them all year round. And then every year before summer comes back, I basically have to break them in again, which is, yeah. Love that for me. But they're extremely supportive, great for flat feet, comfortable once broken in, great for hot climates, good for long walks once they're broken in. They're also a dressier shoe because they come in so many different materials, so many different colors. So you have so much to choose from. So what's bad about Birkenstocks? Well, it takes time to wear them in. They're not your last minute travel packing kind of shoe. Prepare these and buy them before. Definitely at least a month before. They might not work for everyone, and if your feet sweat a lot, you might not like them either. And I'm curious, are you team Birkenstock love or are you team Birkenstock hate? Because yeah, not everyone likes them. Okay, last, Birkenstock EVAs. Yes, this is not your walk all day kind of city shoe, but definitely worth a mention. You can't walk 20,000 steps in them, but this is a must for traveling. At least for me it is. Especially if you go to beach destinations, pools, lakes, warm countries, spa hotels. These are amazing. They're waterproof, they're lightweight, and they're also so comfortable. Like, they literally feel like a sandal that actually has some support as well. And with these, you don't have to worry about getting your shoes wet when you're at the beach, and you can just throw them on. I always take these with me on every single holiday where I go to. And they also look so nice and fun, especially the colorful ones on the website. There are also so many colors to choose from. So why they're amazing? They're super light, they're waterproof, easy to clean, perfect for beach vacations, and comfortable enough for short walks. I know that I've actually walked quite some time with them as well during the day, but I still prefer the cork ones for longer walks and these just for the beach. And they barely take up any space. One thing though, don't wear them with wet feet, because then I don't feel like they're as comfortable anymore, and I've gotten blisters because of that, at least for me. So dry your feet first. So who are they best for? They're best for beach vacations, pool days, quick errands, walking around the hotel, shower, and just easy shoes for traveling. So yeah, those are my 4 favorite travel shoes that I genuinely think they're worth it, and I would buy them again. Well, I've already bought few of them again. And I feel like shoes are those things that if you get it right, your trip becomes 10 times better and more comfortable, because nobody wants to be on a vacation and not be able to walk. So let me know in the comments what is your number 1 shoe for traveling that you just swear by and you keep rebuying them and you keep wearing them on your every trip that you absolutely love. Let me know, because I'm always looking for recommendations too. And if you're traveling soon, I hope this video gave you some shoe ideas to try out. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!